The GH recap for May 10, 2023 has a tender family reunion. The General Hospital recap features Curtis Ashford returning from Greenland just to feel left out. In this episode, Portia and Taggart were thrilled to have Trina home safely. On the plane back, Spencer vowed to get custody of Big Baby Ace, while Laura wondered what her life would be like with no more evil Cassadines. Ned continued to defend himself to Drew, but his wife didn't even believe he didn't call the SEC. At least Drew was happy to kiss Carly in public. Finally, a sick Maxie asked Sasha to do a major favor for deception. Now, let's dig a little deeper into the details. Taggart, Rail Andrews, finally showed up to support Portia, Brooke Care, through Trina's Tabiana Alley ordeal, and all Portia wanted to talk about was getting Spencer, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, out of Trina's life. Taggart wisely told Portia that it wasn't the time to lay into Trina about the Spencer situation, but that wasn't going to delay Portia for long. She remained determined to keep Spencer and Trina apart and certainly didn't want Trina to help Spencer raise Ace. Taggart did his best to calm his ex-wife down and reminded her that Trina was now an adult and they couldn't tell her what to do anymore. On the plane, Trina rested on Spencer's shoulder with Baby Ace looking on. Spencer explained how he got off the haunted star in time. When he heard the drones, he knew he had to leap overboard, but could barely move. When he heard Trina's voice calling him an idiot and telling him to jump, that is exactly what he did. But he also saw her face and knew he had to get back to her as he swam to shore. It was thoughts of Trina that kept him going in the cold waters. Trina admitted that something inside her told her that she had to follow him onto the boat after the nurse's ball, and was glad she did so she could help rescue him and Ace. All Spencer wanted was to protect Ace and give him a chance to grow up being a normal kid, something he never had a chance to be. Spencer was more determined than ever to be Ace's guardian when they got home. Laura, Jenny Francis, and Curtis, Donald Turner, went over everything that happened, and Laura wondered if she and Trina would both have psychological scars from their ordeal. Laura admitted she had been dealing with the Cassadine clan since she was Trina's age, but it didn't make things any easier. For 40 years, Laura has carried her feelings for the Cassadines with her, and she was no longer sure what to do with them gone and the haunted star going up in flames. She wondered how the rest of her life would go without the weight of the Cassadines on her shoulders. Curtis then caught Laura up on his own life with Portia and Trina, and Laura had some good advice. Be more forgiving because everyone has indiscretions in life. When they finally arrived in Port Charles, they headed to the hospital. Trina ran right into Portia's arms and Taggart joined them while Curtis looked on from afar, feeling like the odd man out. Ned, Wally Kurth, could barely believe it when Drew, Cameron Matheson, swooped into the Quartermain living room and promptly decked him. At least Olivia, Lisa Lo Cicero, was worried about the husband she had been berating all morning. Ned was forced to defend himself some more, but Drew wasn't buying it and called his cousin a disgusting coward. He then chastised Olivia for caring about Ned because she should be on Carly's, Laura right side. Ned rightly pointed out that Carly and Drew did indeed commit a crime, but he was certainly not the one who tipped off the SEC. This just made Drew angrier. So he stormed out, but Tracy, Jane Elliott, followed him to thank him for his actions saving Willow and avenging Luke, Tommy Jerry, in Greenland. She also wondered who the SEC might be after. Was it him or Carly? She then suggested that Carly give the feds info on Sonny to save her own self. Inside, Ned was still hurt that his wife and daughter didn't believe him. Olivia promised to stand by Ned, but she still didn't believe him, even when he swore on Leela's memory. When Olivia left the room, Ned was relieved to hear that at least Brooke Lynn, Amanda Seton, was coming around and realized he was not the informant. Drew ran to see Carly at the hospital and informed her that he decked Ned. Drew found it so weird that Ned just kept denying any wrongdoing, but they couldn't think of anyone else who would have told. At least Drew found an upside to the situation. He and Carly could now go public with their relationship. Maxie, Kirsten Storms, was ready for another deception spot on the Home and Hearth channel despite a sinus infection. Felicia, Christina Wagner, wanted her to stay home, but Maxie felt they had to rescue Deception's reputation on the home shopping circuit. Maxie finally conceded that she couldn't go on TV looking and feeling the way she did, so she asked Sasha to return to the scene of her breakdown last year and be the one to represent deception. Since Sasha, Sophia Matson, wanted to be there for Willow, Caitlin McMullen, and support her through her transplant, Gladys, Bonnie Burrows, did her best to cancel that trip she planned on Sasha's dime, but found out it was non-refundable. Sasha was busy having a chat with Carly, but when Gladys told her that the hotel manager wanted to charge her more to reschedule, Sasha said to just book a new trip anyway and turned to Carly to wonder what she would ever do without Gladys. Carly admitted she was concerned about Gladys being her guardian, but all Sasha could do was sing her mother-in-law's praises. Diane, Carolyn Hennessy, was stunned to see Robert, Tristan Rogers, and Holly, Emma Sams, kissing in his office. When she made her presence known, Holly confessed that she was being impulsive when she kissed Robert because she was coming down off the high of saving the world. When Diane went to leave, Robert tried to stop her, so she stayed and Holly left. Once alone, all Diane wanted were answers and Robert didn't really have any. So Diane just put it bluntly and told Robert she will not compete with Holly. Little did both of them know that Holly was off with Felicia telling her that she still wanted to be with Robert.